Grand Rising. Today is Sunday, 2025 on the ancient moon calendar, December 7th, 2026 on the ancient sun calendar. Mizra, Moroccan Empire, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Societas Republicae e Almoricanos, Moorish Divine and National Movement of the Earth, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, North America, the North Gate, and all adjoining islands. Temple of the Moon and Sun, the true and de jure natural peoples, heirs to the land. This is a universal, sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, natural, divine, co-warrantor, mandamus, restitutio, mittimus, writ, affidavit. For the record to be read into the record and letting the record show. Notice to agent is notice to principal, notice to principal is notice to agent. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3 Moorish American Moroccan Universal Court action. Ego sum, sovereign living Chief Justice Sharon and Peart Johnson. My free chosen sovereign appellation is Shasha Ann Bay, and my sovereign matrimonial appellation is Sharon Ann Martini. All are in capitis, diminuto, nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. We are capit et corpus juris legalis, which is our statement that we are the one and only lawful and legal natural head and body for our empire. All Moors are the divine, original, indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Moroccan, Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet, and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites, Shemites, Cushites, Hittites, Israelites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our honor, our credit, and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original, indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign, ancient Moroccan Empire, and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, the only government. Washington, ancient Washington District For Kolumbia, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the earth-wide Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. We are the law by our sovereign status, which is the original, indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign, ancient Article 3 living United States District For Kolumbia Court, and we are the sovereign fiduciaries, original creditors, executors, trustees, divine ministers, possessors, grantors, grantors, and title trustors for all causes for action, and our system is the trustee. We are peace, we are one nation, one state, one empire, and one God. We hereby recognize ourselves and accept, access, and action our sovereign and express our sovereign divine ascension. We do possess in our custody all land, all natural resources, and all commerce. We, the true living God nation, are war. We are not at war, and we accept, access, and express all eternal, ancient, original, sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time. Nunc pro tunc. I am, and all Moors are, both aboriginal and indigenous to this land called Asia, North America, ancient Morocco, Amexem, the North Gate. We are alive, speaking for ourselves, and present ourselves as the sovereign lords on our land. We are the supreme jurisdiction of our own vast estate at this point in time and at all points in time, into perpetuity. Nunc pro tunc. No U.S. corporation company or its citizens or any subjects has jurisdiction over me or any more. I am always and forever into perpetuity in the ancient ancestral jurisdiction of my ancient foremothers and forefathers, Nunc pro tunc. Be it known that with the 2018 August 3rd lien on the U.S. Corporation Company and all heirs, assigns, agents, principals, and any and all derivatives thereof, otherwise known as debt actors, all contracts are cancelled, terminated, notwithstanding, void, ab initio, earthwide, for having been executed under colour of authority, colour of law, colour of jurisdiction, and fraud. For no foreign agency of the U.S. Corporation Company had, nor has, jurisdiction, authority, nor official capacity to contract with the sovereign living aboriginal autochthonous people, whom are the government and the actual, de jure, only chief executive officers of all companies at Midgard. All fraudulent corporate entities, including but not limited to Government of Jamaica Incorporated, registered in Richmond, Virginia, VA, July 22nd, 2012, company ID number 0753875, are bankrupt, dissolved, and all assets marshalled pursuant to the Emergency Banking Act 1933, House Resolution 192, and all others. All issues of diversity in controversy are handled in the United States Article 3 courts. Judgment has been declared, and the foreign corporate entities and their hypothecation, usufruct, and escheat enactments have been removed from our land and sovereign resources by our lawful and legal lien, levy, and bond processes. All capitalization has been suspended on our land. We are the sovereign creditors for all nations on earth, and thus all our land, all natural resources, all property, all commerce, all systems, and all other on our own vast estate is a resource for use by and for the Moorish American government, whom are the Moorish American nationals, we the people, at our will and command. We are the sovereign living currency controllers, and as is our sovereign authority, duty, and obligation, we have closed all debtor facilities. Fiat debt notes, debt currency, fiat instrumentalities, and the debt system have been permanently retired and outlawed on our lands. Pursuant to, but not limited to, United States Constitution, Article 1, Clause 10. Only constitutional lawful money is in effect, which is gold and silver exchanges. Refusal of tender of payment made in lawful money is a dishonor and forces an immediate discharge of the obligation with no further recourse from any person dishonorably refusing such tender by operation of law. No further attempts to collect fiat currency, or debit transactions shall be permitted. No further attempts to harass or make false claims to this living heir, sovereign living, original, indigenous, natural, divine, flesh and blood womb man, or any more in her own ancestral land, estate, will be tolerated by any agency or instrumentality of the dissolved, bankrupt, former colonial occupiers. All new nationalized constitutional merchant companies, subjects, and systems, to include, but not limited to, Jamaica government, formerly doing business as Jamaica, also formerly known as Brand Jamaica, and all heirs, assigns, agents, principals, and any and all derivatives thereof, are bonded to the land, are subject to and under the supreme authority of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, whom are the sovereign living aboriginal indigenous people, and will accept gold and silver coin and Moorish sovereign delarium for all trades and exchanges. Moorish sovereign delarium, gold receipts that are embossed, signed with a wet ink signature and sealed with the right red thumbprint of the original indigenous Moorish American Moroccan sovereign. C 32 United States Code 5118, gold clauses and consent to sue. This is not optional, this is the law. Governments descend to the level of a mere private corporation and take on the characteristics of a mere private citizen, where private corporate commercial paper, Federal Reserve notes, fiat currency, and securities checks is concerned. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities entirely separate from government. Clearfield Trust Company versus United States, 318 United States 363 to 371, 1942. We, the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, the Moors, we the people, declare, proclaim, and enforce the supreme law for the land, which is the longest-running treaty at earth, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787 and 1836, and the Constitution for the United States 1789 and 1791, which was written by our ancestors for the foreign citizen occupiers of our land, and all laws as written by us, the Moorish American nationals at the North Gate, which does include all adjoining islands. Pursuant to Article 6 of said Constitution, which states, the Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law for the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. All laws made by any states to the contrary, as previously stated, to the Constitution and its treaties is notwithstanding. All subjects in our offices are bound by said supreme law. All subjects are under our sovereign supreme authority, and our commands are to be obeyed without exception. Nunc pro tunc. Our office affirms receipt, acceptance, and recordation of all perfected instruments, trust deeds, as copied and or linked, provided for notification. All are on the public record. Be advised that all allodial titles are in the control of, created by, and in the trust for the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, and the sovereign living trust of the people, held as personal sovereign property. All false documentation has been removed from all foreign tax rolls, and recordation of same is perfected. Nunc pro tunc. The law is that everyone and everything on our land must be properly identified, without exception. Again, this is the law. Fraud vitiates all of the most solemn contracts, documents, and even judgments. See United States versus Throckmorton, 98 United States 61. This notification makes and declares the claim for all land or properties, all hereditaments for my estate, and the estate for all Moors. There are no abandoned lands in my estate, nor the estate for any more, or lands or properties of our estate is in our control and our possession and is tax non-obligated. All debt has been removed. This is notification to our subjects and our system of the perfection for all claims with regard to the reversion of the sovereign living estate for the Moorish American national Sharon and Peart Johnson, Chief Justice, and all Moors. We speak by affidavit. An unrebutted affidavit stands as law. This sovereign justice is the law. This sovereign justice stands. All sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, divine, Moorish American autographs affirming this, and all sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient empire state of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government documents are on the public record at America, ancient Morocco, Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, North America and the adjoining islands, the North Gate, Turtle Island, Al-Maroc, Morocco, Maghrib, Al-Aqsa, Gaia, Midgard, Earth. Chronos, time immemorial into perpetuity, Nunc pro Tunc. Ego sum G, Chief Justice, Sharon Ann Peart Johnson. And in the language of our ancient foremothers and forefathers. Amen, amen, dico vobis, quaecumque allega verita super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solverita super terram erunt soluta et in caelo. Amen, amen, dico vobis, quaecumque allega verita super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solverita super terram erunt soluta et in caelo. Amen, amen, dico vobis, quaecumque allega verita super terram erunt ligata et in caelo, et quaecumque solverita super terram erunt soluta et in caelo. Malembe Sola. Peace and love.